Anyway, Ballroom Blitz 6 here again. This time talk about spending values for computer section. Normally, I buy a Mac and I set my own rate up, which is just out of HDD, which is the hard disk drive, or HDHDD, which is high definition disk drive, or SDD, which is serial state drive, or SSD, which is serial solid state drive, and then there's SATA, there's NATA, then there's floppy disk, and there's blah blah blah. Basically, when you spend a volume, you're taking, I don't know, let's say you have 300 gigs in your computer, and you're taking the paging file, some paging file at 300 gig, dedicating some of that gig to make another volume. A volume in terms of Mac, Windows, Linux, or Unix is you're dedicating a portion of that memory, that ROM, that RAM, that filing system to make a whole new system. When I make my own operating systems, that's what I usually do for a Mac computer because Mac are hard hacks. So Apple, actually Sony are the hardest one to hack because not many people buy Sony laptops or desktops. Or if I decide to make my own gaming desktop, not from scratch, but built it up from scratch, I just put a bunch of stuff in not many people have it, so it'd be hard to hack. And or if I decide to build materials up from scratch, my stuff would never get hacked again. That's me. Like right now, douchebags. Anyway, I haven't done it now because douchebags never will catch me. But when you spend a volume, if you go to your computer folder, you see C or D or whatever your computer name is. That is the main value. If you have a backup or recovery value, you have CD colon EE or semicolon whatever. If you go to disk management in Windows or micromanagement outputs or system management in the Unix, because Unix and Linux are basically just the command line or shell, not the shell, but the command line, and you have to type a whole bunch of words unless it's one of those updated Linux, and you hit spin volume or do the option for spin volume by right clicking or going through the selection, you can make a entirely different volume from the system. The problem with this is the computer becoming more easier to crash, which is why you need to do a redundancy check. And it's hard to say what operating system or what operating system or year is because some have CD start off in Mac. In Ubuntu, you have sudo. In Mac, you have $sign. And Linux is whatever command prompt, whatever line they got. You got to do a redundancy check to make sure you don't fail after you give the volume name. You can even set up a password, or usually what I do, I set up a BIOS password, I set a system password, I set the operating password, I set system startup password, I set a configuration password, and then I set a network password. And I set everything else up. That way no one will ever hack me. If anything, I most likely forget my own passwords. Other than that, no. Um, as I said before, when you spend volume, I'll at least do a backup or have a RAID system. I don't want to go ahead and do it because I don't have my screen on here to show y'all, or my virtual media or virtual hardware on it, and I haven't made my own operating system yet. But spending volume is, how do I say this? When you go into your control panels, depending on Windows or Mac, you go into the main system or Unix, and you see the computer itself. That computer, you can spend that volume to another volume, but you take away memory or paging memory from that volume. That's basically what span volume is. So hopefully when I move again, I will do actual live version of it. I'm out.